What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all doing well. I'm out here in Lake Arrowhead for the weekend. I got a cabin. Super nice weather. It's like the mid 40s or so. Still a ton of snow. We were going to be here about 2 weeks ago, but the snow was like 10 feet on the roadway, so it all had to get plowed until we could finally come up here. It's kind of just a random video, but got some headlight moisture. I've been trying to get this piece off. If you have moisture in your headlights, you've got to remove that little plug right there, but for some reason I could loosen it, so it tells you which way is tight and which way is loose. But I think it's supposed to like pop out because I can't really turn it any more than that. So I've been struggling on that. On a side note, I'm just waiting to get my C4 fender liners powder coated. I don't think anyone has gotten them powder coated, so I might be the first one. I'm getting them powder coated. I think the same color as my bumper with the light texture, just like I got on that. Same company, so they should be able to do the same thing. And then like you got all the brackets that kind of drill in and secure the fender liners, getting those powder coated as well. Only thing I'm not powder coating is the actual C4 emblem. There's like a little aluminum piece that has C4 kind of laser cut out of it. I'm leaving that that same color, leaving it aluminum. That way when it's right here, it kind of stands out. It'll just be the only piece that's the aluminum color. I also got the Total Chaos cam gussets, which are the cam tab gussets, which are right there, those newly painted black pieces. Those basically help with off-roading, keeping your alignment intact. They're welded on, so the other ones had to be cut off. And then here are the spindles, the Total Chaos spindles. Those massive or pretty big pieces right there are welded to the stock spindles, which are somewhere in that area. The spindles are a known weak point on the Tacomas when it comes to off-roading. So right there is the stock spindle. And they basically just weld on these Total Chaos ones to that, kind of reinforce it, make them a lot more stronger when you're off-roading, you're bottoming out, things like that. You definitely don't want those to break. So having those upgraded Total Chaos ones, see if you can see them through here. You can see how big they are. It's definitely beneficial and super important when it comes to off-roading, and they're not expensive at all. The spindle gussets, the cam tab gussets, those were like, I think I paid maybe $200 for everything. It's quite a bit of pieces as well. It's the labor what's expensive, because I've got to cut and remove the old ones, grind it away, re-weld on the new ones. So it's a lengthy process. However, the company that I took it to down in San Bernardino, which is Beast Fab, they did it super quick. I was kind of in a rush, which is why I didn't film the whole process or any of the process, which I typically don't do. I usually don't film the companies working on my truck because I don't want to be in the way. But yeah, they got it done super quick. I'm super proud of how they did it. Super nice. And if you're wondering, I just purchased the cam tabs, the spindle, all that stuff from Tacoma Beast, which if you're going to do that, you can use my code TACOMAN5, all one word, and then number 5, don't spell it out. That'll save you a little bit of money. And then also, I finally got a cab mount relocation kit. That is a DRT one. So I am no longer rubbing on the cab mount. If you see, when you have even with a CMC cab mount cut, your cab mount still comes out to like right here. So it was hitting against my 35s. And now with the relocation, it cuts back significant amount behind the fender. Trying to see if you guys can see that. There you go. So now I know I have no rubbing when I'm turning. And you can see here, since I do have a fender trim, I had to cut back a little bit of this. I kind of knocked back that part of the fender. And then even here, I kind of hammered that down because I barely passed this. So I'm like right in this range. And I'll turn my truck on and then turn the wheel. That way you guys can see it. So I'm trying to figure out, well, I guess when I get different lower control arms, which I want to get the +2 Total Chaos Expedition Series long travel kit, that'll extend that out 2 inches. And I don't think I have any issue with rubbing at all. And actually that specific +2 inch long travel kit is like equivalent to, or gives you enough clearance to even have 37-inch tires, which is insane for a Tacoma. And I'll be going up to Anaheim April April 2nd and 3rd. And I'm really debating on if I want to get a high clearance rear bumper. I'm not going to do like a swing arm or even an overlanding type bumper just because I don't need the extra weight. And I unfortunately don't go camping enough to really even need a whole swing out and that whole setup. But the company that I would be going with is Out Gear Solutions. They do have a high clearance rear bumper. I mean, I'd be cutting it, I think, up to about right here. That all would be getting cut off. The only thing is, which I don't really pay attention to anyways, is you have your rear backup sensors, which I think those are also with your blind spot monitoring. So that would be all gone. I wouldn't have any monitoring, blind spot monitoring. I don't think I'd have any backup sensors making noise or anything like that. So just something to keep in mind if you do plan on, going that route. It is compatible with it does come with a hitch, but I don't think you're supposed to really tow. However, I saw they recently put on their website that they did see some people towing, I think like boats or something like that, or maybe even ski-doos with their rear bumper. So it definitely might be capable. However, I don't tow anything, so won't really need it for that. What I would need it for is the hydraulic dirt bike lift. So I don't know. I'll see. And I really would like a high clearance bumper just because I do have a long bed. It would give me a better departure angle. But we'll see. But like I said, this video is super random. I just mainly wanted to show you guys the cab mount relocation and the spindle upgrades. I did recently add on the 700-pound springs, which the company that I went through, which was just a place I didn't even know about, just a guy slapped them on for me. I didn't notice that it's kind of the same. I think it's both 13 teeth down on both sides, which 13 might be a little much for 700-pound springs, but it's causing my driver's side wheel to really camber. So I need to I'll probably drop it down maybe to like, 11 or so, and then leave this one there. Or I can't remember. I had the numbers all figured out because you have that taco lean. So with that taco lean, it's making my driver's side tire really camber, and I don't want them to get all jacked up, but be getting that fixed pretty soon. That's it for this video. Like I said, didn't really have much to talk about. Just wanted to show you a couple little things. If you got any questions, definitely let me know. I try to respond to everybody. I always get the same questions asked over and over again. What size tires? What's my offset? 35-inch tires, -12 offset, Stealth Custom Series wheels. Yes, I was rubbing with 33s on the cab mount. Got that cut, wasn't rubbing, got 35s, was rubbing, so I had to get the cab mount relocation. So I'm always getting asked that question. My tire setup. My lift is maybe like 2.5 inches, maybe 2 3/4. Got a fender trim, which makes it look higher than it really is because I don't have those stock fenders. So those came down to about here. So cut off like 2 inches. So that's why my truck looks higher than it really is. But yeah, like I said, any other questions, let me know. Message me on Instagram, TacoManD4x4, or just message me on YouTube, and I try to answer to everybody. So if you got any questions, let me know. Till then, we'll see you on the next video. Take care.